Hello and welcome to another episode of Road and Race. As some of you may know, I bought the wife a cheap MG ZS EV electric car. They're very good value, but does that come at a cost? I'm worried about the undercoating and how well rust-proofed the car is. Well, we've had this one 3 years and done about 20,000 miles, so let's have a look underneath and find out. So, should we start at the back? Why not? So a little bit of surface rust just creeping into this kind of lower arm underneath here. And again, round here at the back. This box section needs a bit of a clean, obviously, but there does seem to be a factory rust proofing, but kind of stops in places. Don't know why they didn't rust proof that. A bit of rust there on the screw hole. Up here, no signs of any rust. Again, in the same place as before, just on the seams there, creeping in. And again over here on this side. Let's go down and have a look down the sills. Again, seems to be a factory rust proofing down here, but just stops in places. Look there, it starts again. That's quite funny. That'll do, just slap it on. Again, continuing down here. Doesn't seem any rust really starting down here. I'll give it a bit more of a clean, see if I can find any, but generally on the sills it looks okay. Bit of an area here where they've just, must be become a drain plug or something, or I don't know, but again, starting to rust where they've not put any protection. Towards the front of the car now. Very much like the back, just starting to creep in a little bit of surface rust on the metal components, the under tray, the chassis bracing, the arms, frame legs here. So down here, see, and over here, it's all of it. Really good time to maybe put some rust proofing on now. It's not bad by any means, it's just starting to get a little bit of surface rust, but now it's probably the best time to protect it before it gets any worse. See here on this support brace, just starting to get a little bit of rust starting. So it's mainly the suspension components that have started to rust and the bracing. Rest of the car's kind of plastic, or I think the battery pack down here must be aluminium. No rust on that, it's just dirt. The actual under trays where the battery pack is all plastic. So if I can coat, you know, all the suspension components, so you can see the springs starting to get a little bit of rust there. Suspension components, front and back, and the bracings, I think we should be in a good place. So what am I going to use to rust protect the car? As you know, I did a big series on rust proofing my 350Z, which is quite an involved process, taking all the components off and cleaning it and whatnot. And that's probably not that practical for a lot of people. So I found another solution from Lanoguard, which is basically a spray-on solution. You don't have to mask things up so much. You just spray it on and leave it and then reapply it in a year. So here's the kit I've got. I'll take you through it. So what they give you is like a thick version of it, which is good for like heavily rusted areas. So you paint that on and that gives a good lasting protection. And then for other areas, they give you a thinner version of it with a spray bottle, and you just go around and spray the car, so super easy. And then for all the kind of hidden away box section bits where there's areas which you can't reach, they give you this little spray lance, and you can insert it into those sections and spray the inside and rust protect that. So the first step is to clean the underside of the car. Now to apply the grease to the more rusty sections. The grease is very thick, so the first thing to do is kind of warm it up to make it nice and thin. So I've just popped it in some hot water here. Here's a quick look at what I've done. As you can see, I've just put a little bit of the grease over the slightly rusted areas. And along here. Now for the spray. Let me show you what it looks like after the spray. Here you can see everything's just slightly wet. Gotta tell you, this was deeply satisfying. It's so nice just being able to spray with abandon and know you're getting to protect all that rust from getting any worse. Now I've got the allowance attachment on the spray. I'm just going to insert this into the box section and spray the insides of the car. There we are, all done. That was surprisingly quick and easy. Much easier than other things I've tried in the past. It's actually quite good fun, just kind of spraying away, not having to worry about getting the stuff on plastics or rubbers or things like that. Obviously don't spray on your brake pads or discs, as that'll make them not work. But apart from that, you can pretty much go crazy. It's good, it's fun. I've got 5 things to tell you now, so bear with me. Number 1, you can't drive your car for 24 hours after Lanoguarding. Ideally 7 to 10 days, but you know, who can do that really, but yeah, there you go. Number 2 is that Lanoguard say you should reapply at least once a year, depending on your use, but obviously if you use the car more heavily, then you know, your mileage will vary, so to speak. Number 3, I'm gonna do a follow-up video in the coming months, which shows you how I'm getting on and seeing how well or badly the rust has improved or got worse or whatnot. Number 4, my friend Gary at Car Focused, he Lanoguarded his Focus RS a year ago. And so if you want to see how he got on with the rust, then you can check out that video. Basically, he's done a good job really, and that's one of the reasons why I decided to do it myself. And finally, number 5, if you do want to get a Lanoguard kit, then there's a link in the description box, which gives you a little bit of money off. So there you are. Anyway, as usual, thanks for watching.